Jane Addams was a social reformer, settlement activist, and Nobel Peace Prize winner. She co-founded the Hull House, which was a settlement house that helped immigrants in the United States. Jane Addams initiated many social reform activities, like trying to end child labor, protesting for women's rights, and becoming a peace activist. Overall, she was a key figure during the Progressive Era who helped change the cultural and society of the country at that time. She did this for the purpose of increasing the quality of life for everyone in the United States, since all people had the want for comfort, happiness, and a successful social life.
At the time, cities were absolutely overrun with overpopulation, and a large percentage of them were immigrants. Many of these people lived in unclean and depressing spaces and struggled to integrate into American life. The Hull House was established in Chicago, one of such cities.
Many situations came up where Addams realized the poor quality of life in Chicago. She encountered many babies that were born with deformities that died of neglect outside of their care. And she took care of the 15-year-old Italian bride that was abused by her husband. Adam and her accomplice also noted that many immigrants in Chicago were isolated to their small living spaces, such as the street they lived on, and never bothered to travel away from their homes and interact with more people and places.
Likewise, she started the settlement house movement in the Hull House, which served as a central hub for the settlement house movement, where reformers like Addams lived within the communities that they aimed to serve. She actively engaged with residents too during this period of time. Addams and the other founders took in babies, young women, and anyone who needed life assistance. They helped with the legal aid and the employment office, childcare, and helped with other domestic skills. Also, she stood up for women's rights because, as a pioneer woman herself in the social reform, Addams challenged the traditional gender roles that were set by the society by actively engaging in public life and advocating for women's rights. Many of the other residents of the Hull House were women who could not support themselves in any way possible.
Other activities that Jane Addams was involved in was she established the first juvenile court, the first child labor law in Illinois, and helped with better urbanization and factory laws. She was known for being a peace activist during World War I. She was the first woman president of the National Conference of Charities and Corrections.